pool, so
Hopefully it'll be
Aren't they
right,
used to?
because the bones fuse.
just north of
But
Houston,
north of
yeah.
the sea.
And
He's supposed to
in
be
one of the
part-time in a couple
sub-
weeks, but I don't know if
those
she'll be
na-
ready.
The woodlands,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know exactly
they're in
where
the
it is.
woodlands, so
Okay.
they have pools and things.
Right.
Thank
My
God.
dad said it was
Always
109
Yeah,
back
I
door
know.
yesterday.
But if I may have to cancel, I don't think
You're
I
live.
he was struck a few years back.
Okay. Welcome to the June 20th meeting of the Design Review Board. We do have a quorum. If you'd like to call the roll, John.
Ms. Burkett,
He's here.
Mr. Fink,
Here.
Mr. Kinter, Mr. Rideout,
Here.
Mr. Vandiver.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Call to order here. Okay, we have met the Freedom of Information requirements statements and published the widely enough for the public distribution of the meeting tonight. Can I have a motion to approve the previous minutes of April 18th?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion of the minutes or any questions do you have? They are in your package and they were mailed to all of us. We did get an email of the entire package for tonight, so everybody should have a heads up what's going on. No questions?
Nope.
Okay, if you'd like to call the roll again.
Ms. Burkett,
Yes, here, sorry.
approve the minutes.
Yes is correct.
Yes.
We're not.
Sorry.
Yes.
I moved
Mr.
it.
Rideout,
Yes.
Mr. Vandiver.
Yes. Okay. Minutes having been approved. Do we have any personal appearances?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no personal appearances. Citizens' comments? No citizen comments? Business? No business? These aren't real long meetings, as you can tell.
Just once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. And under new business, the first item under new business is accelerated review for 1959 Folly Road, the Vacasa with Jonathan Alcorn. Can I have a motion to, am I motioning to approve or to discuss?
I think it's to approve.
I think it's,
Just approve and then you have.
and then you have the discussion.
Yeah,
I mean, this is so basic. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
What are we approving?
It's 7 Alpha.
Oh, to,
1959 Folly Road, it's his sign for.
right, but aren't we discussing it first? Or?
Well, we have to have a second to the motion to discuss.
Okay, second.
For the review. We're really smooth here tonight. It's been,
We're a little off our game.
okay, I think we can just move to discussion. Staff comments?
No staff comments. This has been approved by zoning.
Okay. Any comments from the board? Is Jonathan here?
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to come up and introduce yourself for the record?
Sure.
And-
I'm Jonathan Alcon at the Brooks Signs. And yeah, it's a pretty standard sign package. What we're proposing to put on the facade there is just a 1/2-inch acrylic and painted. We're gonna, the facade is just EFIS covered in stucco. We're gonna use threaded bolts to go through and then seal the penetrations, obviously, with caulking and silicone. The other sign on the second page is just 2 panels that slide into that existing lower box below the manual reader board. That is double-sided, so you on one side, see it on the other, and it's non-illuminated. It's just a panel with vinyl on it and their logo, the Picasso logo.
Okay.
So, but that's all existing as far as the freestanding pole sign goes.
And the color on your building?
The color will be there. They call it a navy. I don't really think it's navy in my opinion, but there is the Pantone color there for you. It is kind of like a dark teal. Blue.
Which one are you asking?
Yes, sir.
The color that's
Oh,
going on
yeah,
this
it's
side.
supposed to be, it's a really dark blue, I think. I don't have any problem at all with this.
And and the panel itself is satin, going on the pole sign, it's just satin black, and then the vinyl is white, nothing reflective or anything like that.
Okay. Scott, any questions?
No, just that, I don't remember that little roof panel thing over the door.
Yeah.
Is that new too, or?
That is there.
Okay.
In all of its glory.
Yeah.
So you're just leaving that?
Can you redo all
This is
the
the sign?
I don't want to touch it, but if you'd like us to do something with it, I guess we
No,
could.
it's fine enough.
No, it's there, it's yours, you're not asking, we're
Right.
not volunteering that you do anything else with
I
it.
like that, thank you.
Joe, any questions? Nope. I think you can call the roll.
Mr. Vanderburg,
Yes.
Mr. Rideout,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Ms. Burkett.
Yes.
All right, you're approved.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much, appreciate it, Jonathan.
Thank y'all.
Item 7B is accelerated review for Snapper Jacks, 10 Center Street. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, let's have discussion.
Let's see if I-
Is,
Staff is reviewed.
okay,
One, three. Oh, this is another one. It's just paint.
now on the application here, it's got final review. And yet you're looking at accelerated review on the agenda.
It's accelerated review.
So it's mismarked on the application.
It is.
So what yellow and red are we talking about removing?
Yes.
Look at the one
This
right there.
And
Yeah.
you had it marked fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
So-
The yellow.
Okay.
Where do you sign them? Let me see.
So
Yes,
is
that should
the
be
signage that says oyster room, are they gonna remove that too? Or is this?
The applicant's here.
Oh, can we have you come forward, please?
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, so sorry.
yeah.
Please introduce yourself for the record.
My name is Kimberly Vandal. I'm a manager at Snapper Jacks.
Hi, Kimberly, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good, thank you for coming. So they threw you under the bus to come out
Yeah.
there.
Everyone went on vacation and
Congratulations.
I got told about a meeting last minute, so.
Well, there you go. Well, we appreciate you coming for sure.
So we're looking at a picture of the after,
Yes, I have
You
not
think?
seen anything.
you don't know. You wanna look at
It's
it?
the after.
That's the
Wow.
picture
Well,
we're
no,
looking
they're
at.
They're in a
Yes.
different location.
So that means like after you're done?
Yes.
So the yellow is different, I guess.
The
What
yellow
else
will be
is
gone.
Right, what else is different?
Um,
The red panels, the,
These aren't,
Okay, what? Okay.
is that new right there?
the door is red right there. Is it red right now?
So,
Is
No,
that new?
it's yellow right now.
so the oyster room is going away as a sign.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
We don't have to.
Excuse me, this is my broker. I need to buy high and sell
So
low.
they're
not
taking
sure
the
if it's
oyster
going
room
away.
away.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Okay, guys.
It looks like it's still there.
I would
They
imagine.
didn't tell me.
I don't really know.
No, they just told me paint.
He just told you paint.
They just told me paint.
I think this is new here.
All right, well, let's look
And
at
that's
the
all.
application again. Jenna, is there any staff comments that go with this thing?
No, this has gone through zoning, we approved. It's deleting, for the application, deleting the red and yellow colors and painting the body with the blue that it already is, just making it uniform for the rest of it.
Okay.
So the pictures in your packet are the after pictures. The red and the yellow is on the building currently. You may be able to see it from there.
This is it here
Well,
on
it
the
looks to me like
facade,
it still has the red
Yeah.
stuff above it on the corner, but I can't.
in the corner. So I
I
can't
see the
really
yellow
tell.
poles on the roof. I guess there are.
Let's call it yellow.
That's what's all
There's
gonna
so
be
much
changed to
yellow.
one color, Jenna, as you
It will,
understand.
it'll be all one color, yes.
Well, it looks like the poles are white on the picture.
They're talking about painting everything that's yellow, white.
Oh, good.
The
Delete the
trim- I
red and
think it
yellow
will be-
colors, paint
Yeah,
the
the
body
trims
with
will
the
be white.
existing blue color currently on base level of building. All trims will be painted with existing white.
So this isn't a sign application, it's necessarily
Just
just.
paint,
Just a paint. Okay,
just paint.
that's what I was misunderstanding.
There's a lot of yellow.
Okay. Alright, so.
Y'all mind taking a live video picture of that right now?
We don't feel like getting up for old.
Speak for yourself. I just feel old. So Kimberly, they didn't prepare you any better than this to come over and
They
represent
told me
the,
paint.
the general manager went on vacation.
Well, let's just,
Paint the body with the
so let's just
That's not blue.
cancel it. We just, we'll deny it until they send back somebody instead of a poor manager of the restaurant that didn't have any know what color we're talking about.
Kind of hard to tell, looking at this picture and what's what. I mean, there's a lot of yellow going away.
So there,
There's a lot of yellow going away, but white coming in.
yeah, the
Right.
yellow
Put in
is
some white or maybe
right.
some brown in the picture.
Okay,
No,
so
you
you're,
can't tell.
do you have any understanding, Jenna, of what these color schemes are actually going to be? For what they say on here, delete the red and yellow colors. All right, deleted the red and yellow colors.
And paint them back blue.
Paint the body with the existing blue color currently on base level of building.
Right, so that's
So the
this.
entire thing will be blue is what I understand.
All trims to be painted with existing white on existing.
So I'm presuming that all that
Existing
yellow
trim.
there will be white.
This is all this up here, in your opinion.
All right, what about those red louvers?
Okay, how about this? All this is gonna become white.
Is that what they're talking about, painting blue or what?
This upper stuff.
Right, I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
we're-
Yellow.
This now
No, no,
is.
Yellow
I got-
and blue.
I got the yellow.
It's
So
either
we-
white nor, that looks like it's
I don't know
gonna
the
be
answer to
brown.
that.
All right, okay.
This looks
All
sort of
right,
brownish,
that
that
would
doesn't
be
look white.
white, this would be
Well,
white.
this is.
This
supposed
is
to
the
be new
after,
one.
this is the after picture. This is what they've
Yeah.
marked up. So this is the
This
blue
is
and the
what
white.
they're talking about,
You
and
got
this
the same
doesn't look
Yeah.
white at all.
So I'm
match this.
presuming that yellow's, this, all right, so this is gonna be white then, here. That'll be white, this will be white.
Yes,
Roof is just.
All the trim's white,
all the trim's white.
even though their picture doesn't show.
It might not be exactly
It's a
lined up,
terrible
but what
picture.
I understand is trim white, body blue, and we can, that will be on the record, and we'll double check it one day if you wanna approve it like that.
What-
Well, we can give it a provisional approval,
Right.
and then
What,
ask him to clarify that prior to the next board meeting, and then if he's clarified it,
Yeah,
we're good to
Okay.
go.
yeah,
And that's if we all agree.
yeah, that's a good, yeah. I
And
think
include
that
these
makes sense.
louvers, cause they definitely
Yeah.
look, they're red now.
Or they may not even exist in the new rendering. It's hard to tell.
I know it is.
I know.
May just be a
So
shadow.
we're lacking in a little definition here. We put Kimberly in a bad spot
Yeah.
because she's not in a position to be able to answer for the applicant, which is not a real acceptable solution. So if you want to call the roll, I'd like to make a motion that we do provisional acceptance of the paint color scheme, sort of as described,
Right, and the white trim.
with the trim issues, but not as depicted correctly in the picture. So I don't really know what their plan is. They send a picture, but it's like, we want to paint everything this way, but don't look at the picture, because the picture's wrong. Can we do that then?
Yes.
And then,
Yeah.
okay, so I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay.
Okay, is there any, Joe, is there any more discussion we want to throw into that, Karen?
No, that's good.
Okay, to call a roll on that, we can do that.
Ms. Burkett?
Yes,
Mr. Fink?
Yes.
Mr. Rideout?
Yes.
Mr. Vanderwerf?
Yes.
So accelerated review for Snapper Bat Jack received a provisional approval.
Yes.
Pending clarification of colors, okay?
On the remaining areas not defined, such as the louvers.
And two demerits.
Not for the representative.
And a bonus holiday for Kimberly who came here and, well,
So moved.
and we appreciate you coming in and being
Thanks.
well-spirited and bulletproof, so. Well done, everybody, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, item 7, Charlie, is conceptual review, followed by Delta, which is preliminary review, both of them on 74 Sandbar Lane and Hunter Schmidt. Hunter, how do you pronounce your last name?
Schimpf.
Schmidt, okay. If you'll please come and announce yourself for the record, which is rolling.
I'm Hunter Schimpf. I'm the owner of the lot at Sandbar Lane. Happy to introduce the concept, or I can wait.
Well, what I would like to do is I'd like to have a motion for us to approve conceptual review of 74 Sandbar Lane,
so
Second.
Yeah, can I ask a question?
and then we'll go into discussion.
We don't normally review residential.
It's in the,
It's in the downtown commercial district.
it's in the
It is.
current commercial district.
It's not Island Commercial Districts.
Oh, excuse me, Island Commercial.
Commercial, okay, all right,
It's the last lot that you're on,
of
sort of order.
course.
okay.
The other side is Sandbar single family.
Okay. So this is the last building opportunity on Sandbar Lane as a residential property, right?
I don't know in terms of the other lots.
Okay.
Specifically, I do intend to build a single family residential.
Okay, well, let's talk about your conceptual review, if that's all right. Do we have any staff comments first? It's met all the zoning,
It
it's
has.
happy with everybody else? Okay.
We're happy.
Hunter, may I call you Hunter? Is that
Yes,
okay?
yeah.
So please press on and tell us your plan here.
Sure. So this is a single-family residential structure. It meets all the flood, height, design guidelines. The intent was to do a classical beach-style house, and I've, for the record too, have been working with Alan Kinter to help finalize all the architectural plans because Alan is a wealth of knowledge for all the Folly specifics. So the site design, we do intend to add a pool. There are some trees on if you're looking at the front, on the left side. We intend to leave all existing trees, and we actually are planning to add more trees. So there is no tree remediation or taking any out, and we'll protect them during construction. All the driveways, walkways will be permeable gravel. And then trying to think, the design has some front porches, and that was done intentionally because of the westerly look and the sunset views. Just want to be able to enjoy sunsets from the porch. And we don't plan to do anything exotic or crazy. A normal, classic, soft color scheme. My understanding is colors is we determine that in final, so we have not submitted colors yet.
Right.
But it's a classic beach style raised house.
So did Alan work with you on the conceptual design here?
Yes, sir. So we also, I should say, plan to use high quality materials. So either like a Nichiha or hardy siding on the outside. So the second floors you see is like a board and batten type design. And then the straight horizontal siding on the first floor.
I think we've kind of gone beyond conceptual.
Well, what I'm looking at here is he's
Yeah.
provided, he's talking about his conceptual, but I guess we can blow past conceptual and go into preliminary.
Yeah.
So we can
Let's
finish
do
the rest
that.
of the
Concept
diagram.
is a single-family residence.
Yeah.
It is a single.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the concept?
Yes. That's the concept.
Okay,
Okay.
you want to call the roll for that?
Ms. Burkett,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Rideout,
Yes.
Mr. Vanderburg.
Yes.
Now,
Okay, sorry our comments and
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
overlapped into the next part, but
Yeah.
we were already thinking in terms of addressing both of these.
I know this lot, and I always thought it belonged to the lot that had all the votes, but I don't know why. This in a duplex? It looks like,
So under zoning, I'm permitted to do a duplex.
Okay.
I'm opting not to do that. I'm
okay,
planning to build a
well,
single
I mean, I don't
family.
care, because I know that's permitted, but it just, with the way the parking layout was and the configuration, it kind of looks like it could be.
I don't think it was affected by the council meeting on Tuesday last week, was it?
Are you referring to the zoning changes?
Yeah.
No, sir. This will remain island commercial.
Okay, thank you. I was there for that meeting, but I had to leave. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a motion to approve the second, the architectural review, preliminary review, I'm sorry. Do you have a
So
motion?
moved, I moved to
So
do that.
what does the preliminary review entail exactly? I forget. How far is that supposed to go?
The preliminary review, applicants for permits must receive a preliminary plan review and approved by the board prior to final review and issuance of a certificate of approval. This review will normally be conducted at the next scheduled board meeting after the formal submission, provided that submission to the zoning administrator occurs at least 7 working days prior to the scheduled meeting. Incomplete applications shall not be accepted. Application requirements. The applicant shall submit a completed application for preliminary review together with the PSET, let me say, and required documentation to the zoning administrator. Documentation requirements are those specified below. The DRB's preliminary review submittal materials shall reflect the design development and the conceptual plan. This has to be approved by the board.
Conceptual plan.
6 copies of this. It's a site, includes a site plan, which he has. It also talks about necessary setbacks to the adjacent property line, which he's met.
Right.
Exterior pedestrian and vehicular circulation, including driveways, parking areas, sidewalks, boardwalks, porticos, patios, galleries, and other open air spaces, which would include his pool, and routes accessible to integral to the exterior circulation. Location of circulation lighting fixtures, tree survey depicting all protected trees on the site, indicated for protection or removal, graded and landscaped areas, including structural elements integral to the engineering or design, such as walls and gates, location, size, and type of signage, and inhabitable accessory buildings. I will tell you that because he's working with Alan Kinter, this is marching right down the path of addressing every single thing that has to be addressed here. Because Alan, I know, didn't want to waste your time and mine. You have your panoramic photograph, including a general view of the street, the building site, and adjacent property, kind of a streetscape. Individual photographs of the buildings immediately adjacent to and across from the site as a frontal view of the building site from the street. Do we have that in here? I'm just curious what, I'm trying to picture if I'm standing on your lot facing away from your house.
Here.
Here it is. Well, that's behind.
Right, and then there's a top view from the drawing.
The house used to have all the boats.
The Red Barn House.
I think it's just kind of a shame that you have to go through this. This is so commercial.
Is the barn house gone now, or is it?
No, there was a ground.
That's a different owner, it's still there.
That's the one that has.
It looks like you're putting up a fence.
Yes, sir, there's an existing privacy fence in the rear. My plan is to add one along the left side, not the full length of the property line, but almost a little past sort of the midpoint of the left property line, which would be a 6-foot privacy. And then in front of that, to kind of separate the pool and yard area, we plan to do a panel fence. And there's a picture of that, of what our intent is on the site. And I think that's on the architectural plans, it's plan 2, or page 2, excuse me. So a panel fence like that, and part of that is to help the like binding of the jasmine and to do a painted panel fence like that, make it look nice.
So,
And then it looks like there's also one in the back with a gate.
Yes, sir, so that's just a wall off the backyard. So we'll run the, kind of where that strip starts, sort of run it to that strip, cut it in, and then back over to the house, so it basically walls in the yard, the rear yard.
can I ask you to come up here and just
Clarify
clarify something for me?
Question
Yes,
about, where does this go to?
This is Sandbar Lane,
Oh, okay.
So this-
So you're gonna come out,
That's out here.
Michigan Avenue is right here.
oh, so you're coming out, this curves and then you'll come out there and then go to Michigan?
The front of the house will be here, so as you stand at Sandbar, you'll look at the front of the house here,
Right.
the pool will be here.
Okay.
We, as of now, don't have any,
I don't blame you.
maybe a garden or park a boat.
Screen
What-
it.
what's
Well,
gonna
it'll be on the
tell
other
you
side of the
to
fence. so-
Yeah,
What is
I'm
gonna happen with
surprised
this
at the
area
way it
here
is.
that you-
This should have been here. But anyway,
So I can be candid in that, so for the lot coverage requirements, I need that area to meet the lot coverage.
To have a pool.
To sort of everything with square footage of the house. I haven't started this conversation yet, but I would like to engage the city to maybe talk about potentially donating that strip as like a dog park or community garden, because like honestly, as part of the site design, I don't.
yeah.
It's just a
Yeah, but
funky shape.
Well, I will
and-
tell you, having it just an aside comment here, you know, the amount of permeable area that you have on your lot and the square footage of your house that is covered will dictate how big a pool you can put in.
Yes, and we meet somewhere on, I think it's this chart, it's very small. I apologize for that. We did the math there, and we're still under by a good margin of the 35%.
Now, who did the math? Would that be Alan?
What do we look at it
I'm just saying, he's an architect, he's fully capable of providing all these
Yes,
plans.
Alan did the math. I checked it. And
for? We wouldn't even be looking at this as a residence though, except for the fact that you're in the commercial zone, correct?
Correct.
I don't have any
correct.
problem with it.
I find it pretty interesting how you've got the car parking depicted here. So you're gonna be able, so it's a fully elevated house,
yes, sir.
and you have access from both sides to the garage, or just
Yes, so there's a
from
double
the Sandbar
entry,
Lane side?
a total of four car parking spots underneath the house, 2 and 2, and then the one in the front.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you. My question is it open from each side of the house to bring cars in?
No,
Or you gotta stack them, 1 and 2,
Stack
3
them.
and 4, okay.
just the front.
Okay. All right. I don't think we need a contextual model showing the buildings. You're not doing any other outbuildings or anything else, so. Is this an air conditioner stand on the one side of on the outside of the house here?
Sorry.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing this is an air conditioning, this is where.
Yes, sir. Those will be the raised units for.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Nope. Nope.
Ms. Burkett,
Yes.
Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Rideout,
Yes.
Mr. Vanderwerf.
Yeah.
And if Alan was here, he'd have to recuse himself from all this anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's hunky-dory.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Well, thank you for coming.
I'll see you for final, I guess.
We appreciate it. Yes,
What's
sir.
your
Looking forward to
timeline?
it.
Just curious, what's your timeline?
In terms of hoping to break grounds.
Or to finish? The big daddy.
I mean, builders
3
are.
years.
I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
builders are.
They're even talking about a date?
No, my builder's honest. I mean, he is actually really good about, we do a lot of the selections up front. So we do the ordering, and like windows will be ordered earlier.
Oh,
I think best scenario, probably 9 or 10 months. It depends a little bit. I think, my understanding is we'll do final in July. We'll apply for the building permits pretty soon after that.
Right.
I think depending on when we get that, I hope sometime by mid-spring, maybe next year, we'll
Right.
be complete, but we'll see.
Can I ask who your builder is?
Sure, his name is Chris Dudley. And he's done a number of projects on Folly Beach, so he's familiar with the
So it's Chris Dudley Builder? I mean, or is
the name of his company is CL Structures. He builds a lot on, he's built on Folly quite a bit. He's doing a number of projects on Edisto right now. He's very familiar with,
What you gotta do
building
with
beach
these barrier
houses,
islands, yeah.
Yeah, and elevated structures, so.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you all. See you in July.
Thank you, Hunter. Yes, you will. Maybe not all of us, but they'll be aboard here.
Quit threatening. I want a woman next time.
Okay, are there any other staff comments?
No staff comments.
Okay, any commission comments, you guys, anybody?
No.
Got a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Can you get a second up there?
I think we're good to go.
6:27.
I think we just set a record once, didn't we?
Okay.
I
Can we
heard
turn-
4 minutes. Let me go turn the.
Yeah, I'd like to have an off the record discussion here real quick.
The first meeting was 6 minutes.
I'm still, I'm sorry.
I haven't
Scott.
touched base with you, I've just
Well,
been.
it's squirrely. I haven't had a real bad episode